Hello there, my name is Greg Harradine, I'm a composer, and welcome to another episode of Good Art, Bad Art. In this episode I'll be discussing the song The Winner Takes It All by ABBA. And I'll try to figure out, is it a smash hit, deservedly so, an example of great art? Or is it just pure schmaltz, and doesn't deserve its love that it receives from so many people? Let's find out. This song was suggested by DigiBeetle09. So thank you for the suggestion. They say that it's one of the most emotionally convincing songs about marriage breakup ever penned. And they want to know if the song comes within an ass's roar of being a worthy candidate for analysis by this channel. Well, yes, it certainly is a worthy candidate. I find it a fascinating song with some excellent points and some points that really let it down. So in this video, I'll try to share a bit of both. We'll try to do a good part of the song, bad part of the song, go back and forth a few times in 8 minutes, unplanned, unscripted, yes, in one take, no fancy editing here, and we'll see what happens. And I'll play a bit of guitar along the way. So I hope you enjoy, and please do subscribe if you do enjoy, and let me know what I should cover next in the comments. Thank you. So, The Winner Takes It All. Written in 1980, released as part of their 7th album. I won't go into the whole backstory behind the song. As you all know, I'm sure, it's about divorce. Yeah? Is it about the divorce between Bjorn and Agneta? Quite possibly, yes. It seems it, doesn't it? And it can be a very moving song, I think, especially in the first minute or so when it's just some piano, a little bit of guitar, and the wonderful vocals. When it's quite pared down, I do find it very effective. So here's a good thing about it, the chords, right? Now the chords, quite simple, really, at their heart, right? We just have G flat major, right? That's the first chord, which eventually becomes E flat minor, and then A flat minor, and then D flat major. So in the key of G flat, it's just chord 1, 6, 2, and 5. A kind of bog standard chord progression, really. Nothing to write home about at all. But they do two interesting things with it. First of all, the little descending melody, which is above each chord. So we have, right? It's kind of the trademark of the song, really. They do that on every single chord. So on the first chord, then we have the second chord, and then there, and finally there we go. So why is that effective? Well, in each case it's starting on the 4th note above the chord. Now the 4th wants to resolve to the 3rd. So it gives a sense of longing. It's the same every time. It's always the 4th note of the chord wants to resolve to the 3rd. And it's 4 notes descending, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's much like a lament. A lament in music is very, very often conveyed by a 4-note descending scale. 4 notes getting sequentially lower. It's the typical way to create the sound of a lament in music, and they use it here to great effect. Also, the rhythm. This song is in 4/4, but the length of these notes. They're 1.5 crotchets each, or the length of 3 quavers, 3 eighth notes. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, right? Gives this sense of kind of longing, this slight sense of a cross rhythm. Anyway, those add hugely, to the power of the chords. And also, these chords are connected to each other by secondary dominants, I won't go on and on about what that is, but it's essentially treating each chord like a new tonic and then playing what would be the dominant to that new tonic before it. So we have our G flat major, and then before we get to E flat minor, we hear the secondary dominant of E flat minor, which is B flat, right? So we hear this chord, and then we get that one, leads us to there, and then we get another one leading us to A flat minor. Doesn't happen this time, then it goes just straight across. But again, a lovely little harmonic touch there. So I spent quite a while talking about that. That's a good feature of it. Lovely chord progression, very satisfyingly crafted. A bad part of the song, the lyrics. Yeah, some people love the lyrics, but I do find them very trite and banal. I think by all accounts, Bjorn was quite proud of them. He says he wrote them while he was drinking whiskey. He was a bit drunk, and he wrote them in an hour. And I think he really rated them. I don't rate them. They're very unpoetic, shall we say. The worst line, I think, is when where he wrote, "Building me a fence." What a prosaic line, "building me a fence." I was in your arms, thinking I belonged there. I figured it made sense, building me a fence. Yeah, like he's been off to B&Q or something. I get it. Yeah, he's thinking about building a fence around the marriage, trying to keep everything safe. But no, not for me. Lyrics, bad part of this song, really let it down. Good parts are the vocals. Yeah, Agnieszka's vocal performance, stunning. She manages to sing without much sense of ego coming across, I think. Her voice is just very pure, very affecting. Her vocal rhythms are lovely. She doesn't just keep things straight. She often anticipates the beat, or maybe she's a bit late behind the beat, and it works so well. It's just really a really attractive way to sing. And I think it works both when she's singing in a very soft, kind of vulnerable way, but also when she's giving it some power as well in the choruses. And the actual vocal melody in the chorus is great because, right, what we end up with is there's lots of long notes on the 7th of the chord, which creates a clash which wants to resolve, yeah? Wants to resolve. Yeah? And then there's another 7th. And it always resolves to the 3rd of the next chord, right? Then, yeah? A long 7th there on the final chord. This contrast between these 7ths, which are quite dissonant really, and then they resolve to a nice sweet sounding 3rd, maybe a major 3rd or a minor 3rd. Anyway, it is very powerful. So vocals, fantastic. But one of the worst parts of the song for me is when we get the bass and the drums coming in, it's too much. The kind of, what's this disco funk bass line doing in the chorus, where we get something like, what's that about? That does not suit this song about divorce. It just ruins the mood in my mind. The drums are too much as well. I get we need a bit of power, but it's verging on hysteria, yeah, with this crazy bass line. That, for me, really ruins the mood in a big way and makes the song as a whole not entirely work, yeah? Now, let me know if I'm wrong. You may disagree. I'm out of time. I give this song a score of 58 out of 100. Yeah, there's great parts of it, not so good parts of it, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Please tune in next time. Goodbye.